We head to Ingster, Michigan for a sentencing hearing. 35-year-old Marcus Graham has been charged with a number of misdemeanors, including double parking, driving with expired plates, no proof of insurance, and invalid license. Graham is represented by attorney Samer Jadala.
At this time, Mr. Graham will be pleading to one count of no proof of insurance, one count of expired plates, one count of no operator's license on person, and one count of double parking.
Ooh, okay.
Judge Sabrina Johnson quietly goes through the charges, but Graham seems eager to defend himself.
Your Honor, if I may get a second to address the court, if you give me the right.
You can. Hold on just a second. So,
while you're writing, I just wanted to address the court.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I am. But while you're writing, I just want to address the court and tell you.
You're driving my people crazy, Mr. Graham.
Slow down. Listen to what the judge is saying. Just hold on.
Mr. Graham,
Okay.
you ever slow dance with a partner?
No.
Okay, that's why you don't know how to do this. just follow me. I'm leading. Just follow me, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you. You ready? So I'm leading.
Okay.
Just raise your hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Did you operate a vehicle in the city of Ingster September 25th, 2021 without a valid license on your person?
Yes.
Did you also have no proof of insurance on that date?
Yes, but I have it now.
I know. And then you also, that vehicle had an expired plate, right?
But I went to Secretary of State and I have the plates now and I have proof of it.
I know you do, or we wouldn't be accepting this plea. And you were also accepting a responsibility for double parking on that day. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is it that you just got to tell me?
Okay, it seems like it's a long list of stuff against me. But even though it was, I took the proper steps as a responsible adult to take care of those things. I did get insurance. I did go to Secretary of State and pay the money to renew my tags. And even though I pleaded to these charges, I'm not in some I don't care attitude or it doesn't matter. I work 2 jobs. I live alone. But I'm trying to be responsible. And I just want you to keep that in mind while you pass your sentence down towards me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to slow down. I don't.
Times in life where you just gonna have to trust the process.
Because of his efforts to get his documents updated, Judge Johnson reduces some of Graham's fines, leaving him with a total of $605.
Okay. That's like a month of wages. Will you give me some time to pay it?
I sure will.
Okay, that's all that I asked.
Hold on. Can you take care of it in 90 days?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Great.
Graham eventually paid all of his fines, and his case is now closed. Next, we go to a hearing in Centerville, Michigan. 31-year-old Samantha Kelly's been charged with driving with a suspended license and ticketed for driving without proof of insurance or registration. Since she was charged, Kelly has failed to appear at 2 separate hearings. So today, Judge Jeffrey Middleton is presiding over a new hearing to find out why and to decide if he'll be issuing a warrant for her arrest. Before the hearing even begins, the judge becomes frustrated with the defendant.
You got a ticket for driving with a suspended or revoked license, and you're sitting in the driver's seat of a car right now.
I had to take my kids to school.
Well, there's no take your kids to school exception to your suspended driver's license. You didn't show up for your arraignment.
Yeah, I was actually in the hospital. I had a kidney infection. I have all the proof for that.
After listening to Kelly's medical explanation, the judge moves on with the hearing.
So you had an unpaid ticket and you were going to pay it. So
Yeah, I just couldn't pay right then because I had been off work for my health issues, and then I had school that had just started back up, and I had to pay my household bills.
well, and you're still driving. So that's not a good combination.
I have all the proofs for my vehicle, though.
Well, you don't have a license. Stop doing your hair. Try to pay attention to the fact that we're having a court case. I want you to have that stuff paid off. You need to make it a priority.
Okay.
All right. You're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Judge Middleton gives Kelly one more chance, scheduling a pretrial hearing a few weeks later. But she failed to appear, and the judge issued a warrant for her arrest. Next, we head to Pontiac, Michigan for a sentencing. 27-year-old Catherine Houdeling has pled no contest to 6 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct and 1 count of delivery of a controlled substance to a minor. A year earlier, Houdeling was a high school special needs teacher when she was accused of having sex multiple times with 2 boys, aged 16 and 17, one of them a special needs student. The activities occurred away from school property, in cars and in an apartment. The defendant, who's married, was also accused of providing drugs and alcohol to the boys. After an internal investigation by the school, which uncovered footage of Houdeling partying with students, she was fired and later charged by police. Houdeling initially pled not guilty, but to avoid a trial, she took a deal and pled no contest to the charges. Today, Houdeling appears in a packed courtroom before Judge Ray Lee Chabot to hear her sentence. But first, family members deliver impact statements, beginning with one of the victim's mothers.
My son became the punchline of jokes and was even taunted by students from another school during a district basketball game where they were yelling "teacher's pet" while he was on the court. This relationship included unapproved rides home, alcohol, sex in cars, and even Mrs. Houdeling sneaking into my home in the middle of the night to be with my son.
Next is an uncle and guardian of one of the victims.
When I returned from dinner, he was as high as a kite. From drugs that she had given my nephew. To me, this is ridiculous. It's absurd to do that.
Finally, County Prosecutor Sarah Pope Starnes asked the judge to stick to the suggested guidelines of 15 years in prison for each charge.
Still, to this minute, this defendant has expressed no remorse. This is everyone else's fault. She blames the victims. Even up to the day before she was interviewed by the police, she was texting the victim wanting to know if could hang out with her. I don't think the defendant has provided this court with any reason to go below the advisory guidelines.
Before the judge issues her sentence, Houdeling speaks to the court, as well as the families of the victims.
I want to start by taking responsibility for my actions. I understand that my actions have consequences. I want to apologize to all the parties involved, specifically to my students. I know that my actions betrayed the duty and responsibility I had to them as a teacher. I sincerely never intended for my relationship with them to cause them trauma.
When Houdeling is finished, the judge issues her sentence: 4 to 15 years in prison for each of the 6 counts of criminal sexual conduct, and for delivery of drugs to a minor, 4 to 8 years. All the sentences to run concurrently. Houdeling must serve a minimum of 4 years and 3 months of her sentence. Next, we're in District Court in Ann Arbor, Michigan, for a virtual pretrial hearing. 4 months earlier, 33-year-old Blake Saleh was pulled over for having a broken headlight and driving while license suspended. It's a misdemeanor offense, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine, and vehicle immobilization. Today, Saleh is before Judge Cedric Simpson and represented by a public defender, but they don't appear to be on the same page.
James Gallagher, Assistant Public Defender. On behalf of Mr. Saleh, I didn't realize he was here, Your Honor. I tried contacting him yesterday. Perhaps, I know I don't want to slow down the dock with a breakout room, but perhaps would the court allow an adjournment in light of that?
I'm pleading guilty. I don't know who you are, but I'm pleading guilty.
I will just say for the record, if he filed an appeal, I was going to give him a break. So I would have given him 257-326. So I'm not, if he wants to plead guilty, that's up to him, but there was an offer out there.
The prosecuting attorney offers Saleh the chance to plead guilty to a lesser charge. But Saleh seems to want to wrap this case up right now.
Mr. Salah, have you filed an appeal regarding your driver's license?
I plan on moving to a different state. I'm going to be getting my license there.
Well, the problem's going to be that you may not be able to.
Yeah, they already approved it.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but that may get kicked back.
Judge Simpson warns Saleh that getting a license in another state, without first resolving all his Michigan issues, could lead to problems later on.
Let me ask this question. If he were to provide to the prosecutor's office proof at least that he's been approved in another state.
I will take that.
You'll take that?
Okay.
And you'd give him a 326?
Yes, 326, yes.
Okay, beautiful.
Thanks to the judge and the prosecutor, all that's left for Saleh to do is proof that the other state has approved him for a driver's license. And then he can plead to the lesser charge and start over in his new home.
Mr. Gallagher, you agree with that process? With that, if he gets the 320?
I'm not going to be doing any of that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. What do you want to do, sir? You want to plead guilty to this charge?
Yes.
Let it happen? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
And just so the record is clear, Mr. Gallagher, he's doing that over your advice.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Sir, raise your right hand.
Based on him moving out of the state, though, I will let him plead to 301 and that may help or may not.
What's the 301?
I'm not going to go through this.
Okay.
You don't want to do anything. You want to plead to this charge, then you can plead to this charge. I've got other people waiting that really know what they want to do. So what do you want to do, sir?
I'm pleading guilty.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Sir, anything you want to say before I do impose sentence?
I apologize, and I'm not going to make that mistake again.
The judge sentenced Saleh to 93 days in jail, suspended, and a $495 fine, which Saleh paid a week later. Next, we go to Ann Arbor, Michigan, for a virtual arraignment hearing. 31-year-old Lawrence Segona has been charged with stalking and aggravated stalking. 6 weeks earlier, Segona met a woman at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and allegedly began following her around, bringing her gifts and loitering outside her home. Segona claims the two were in a romantic relationship, but the victim has denied this. The woman was granted a personal protective order against Segona, who has a criminal history and had just been released from parole for a home invasion and firearm conviction in a neighboring county. 2 weeks after the protective order was issued, Segona allegedly continued to contact the victim. He was arrested and charged, including with the felony aggravated stalking. Today, he's before Magistrate Alicia Fink for arraignment.
There have been many contacts with Mr. Segona standing in the parking lot of the apartment building where Miss lives, bringing her gifts, showing up at AA meetings where she's attending. He's been told by her and by the police that he is not welcome at her place.
Are you kidding me right now?
Mr. Sagona. Don't talk to me like that, or we just won't even finish this. We'll try again tomorrow.
After the judge's warning, Sagona settles down.
Not sure whether or not Mr. Sagona has the ability to post a $25,000 cash surety bond.
But not for long.
I'll be retired. Y'all can send me to the hospital.
Okay, now we're done. So I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm not going to arraign you because.
No, this is. You're gonna listen to me.
Get out.
No, you.
Okay.
Where's the nerd? Don't box me right now. Whoa.
Okay, the defendant has refused to be arraigned by using profanity directed at a magistrate. We will try again tomorrow. In the meantime, he's being held without bond until he can be arraigned.
Oh, my God.
Sagona eventually pled guilty to stalking. The aggravated stalking charge was dropped. After serving just under 3 months in jail, he received credit for time served and was sentenced to 60 months probation. If Sagona contacts the victim during that period, he'll be sentenced to a minimum of 1 year in jail. Next, we're in Wyandotte, Michigan for a bond review hearing. 26-year-old Tobias Catron has been charged with fleeing police. A week earlier, Catron was spotted driving a stolen car at 3 o'clock in the morning. He was already on parole after recently being released from prison for assault against a police officer. When they tried to pull him over, Catron led police on a high-speed chase, reaching speeds of 90 miles an hour. After evading police for 10 miles, Catron crashed into a pole and was arrested.
Get on the ground!
He suffered several wounds in the crash, but recovered enough to appear before a judge who released him on a personal bond of $5,000. Police and so many in the community were outraged with the low bond amount. They demanded action, and the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office filed a motion to review the bond. Today, the prosecutor's asking District Judge Elizabeth DeSanto for a higher bond. Catron is also present along with his public defender, Edward Taylor.
An individual who was just released from on parole and who, right after being released, take the stolen car and drive 90 miles an hour, fleeing from police, not endangering the lives of the public, but also posing a severe risk to the officers who were following him. Substantial cash bond needs to be imposed.
All right, thank you very much. And Mr. Taylor.
What he did, he harmed himself more than anybody else. He has a splinter spleen, and I believe his pelvis is broken too. And he has a tether already, and he's going to therapy. So I think if he's remanded, he's not going to get proper help. So I think a minimum bond would be proper, Your Honor.
Before making her decision, Judge DeSanto tries to get additional information from the defendant.
So 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. was your curfew prior to this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
And this incident is alleged to have occurred after 3 o'clock in the morning, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So outside of your curfew time, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, I understand I made a mistake. I'm here. I'm on house arrest. I'm not telling I'm not going nowhere. So I just recommend you keep the bond the same. You see, I'm not running. Trying to change my life this time.
After reviewing all the facts of the case, the judge is ready to make her ruling.
The defendant has an extremely lengthy criminal history, which is littered with assaultive crimes, weapons offenses, 14 charges of resisting and obstructing a police officer, as well as a prior charge of fleeing and eluding. This behavior shows a complete and utter disregard for the safety of the public. Defendant has been unable to comply with the terms of this parole release. Based upon all of the foregoing factors, the court is modifying the current bond. The court finds that a $5,000 personal bond in this matter is woefully inadequate. The court is going to issue a bond in the amount of $250,000 cash or 10%, no surety.
Catron does not look pleased with the judge's decision.
In the event a bond is posted, you shall not be released on GPS tether, house arrest. Please don't interrupt the record, sir.
You, I'm downtown next week, they dropped the bomb.
While Catron continues to lash out, the judge finishes up the bond conditions.
You're not to possess or consume alcohol or drugs that are not prescribed. You're to comply with all parole supervision orders.
And then, due to Catron's behavior, makes a change to the bond she just issued.
And quite frankly, the court's going to indicate a $500,000 cash bond, no 10%, no surety based upon the defendant's behavior here in court.
That's right, the judge just doubled the bond amount to $500,000. Believing the hearing's over, Catron heads for the exit, followed by a group of officers.
Okay, hold on, we do need to get time here.
But not so fast. The judge isn't finished.
Why you touching on me? Step over here. You go downtown next week, they go give me a personal money again. Up.
The judge wants to discuss the defendant's right to a preliminary hearing, but Catron doesn't seem interested in listening.
Let's get this dog. Send me downtown. I'll be out next week. I waive my preliminary. Let's go.
Sir, I understand you want to get this.
Are you saying all to send me downtown?
Sir, I need to make sure we have some stuff on the record. So please stop. Stop. That's fantastic.
I've been here before. I waited preliminary.
All right, so I just want to make sure that you do understand you have the right to have an attorney. You've had one appointed to you today, correct?
I gotta understand all.
Do you understand that, sir?
And I waive it. I send it to myself so I get enough time to come home.
Catron did not make bond, and he later pled guilty. His sentence is pending. Next, we go to Flint, Michigan for a virtual civil hearing. Judge Herman Marable presiding. Timothy Moore has filed suit against his aunt, Cherkitha Love, claiming she's violated a lease agreement. Moore had recently rented a house to Love, but now he wants her to move out since he claims the lease is expired.
Mr. Moore, you indicated that the lease had expired.
Yes.
I don't see a copy of the lease attached to the complaint.
She has the lease. I don't have the lease.
But you're saying the lease has expired, so how can I look at the dates if you don't have a copy?
The judge now turns to Love, who's appearing in person. She has the lease, but doesn't seem to have read it.
So, what, you didn't read it?
Judge Merrill, I thought he wouldn't do me like that because I just had lost my sister and I moved in the house thinking my nephew would do right by me.
Oh boy. There's stuff written in two different color inks. I don't know what that means. It doesn't state the length of time that the tenancy is to last. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to adjourn this.
Yesterday was my birthday, and I hate to have to come here today.
Everybody thinks their birthday is some special exemption for something.
It's not.
This is the second day in a row I've heard somebody say, well, it's my birthday, so therefore, the rules don't apply. What's going on? Oh, my God. I'm not a judge at juvenile court, okay? I'm a judge at district court. I deal with adults. You know what I'm saying? So, when an 8-year-old tells me it's his birthday, I'm like, well, happy birthday, 8-year-old. But when grown people tell me it's their birthday and therefore I don't have to do this or I shouldn't have to show up for court or blah, 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 I really am not getting that.
It's because it's a special day for me and my sister that passed.
I get it, but it has nothing to do with court and what I have to do as a judge. Nobody's birthday exempts them from coming to court. Right. Not even mine. I guess I missed that memo about, the adult birthdays exempt them from doing stuff. No, it doesn't. Okay?
Can I speak, Your Honor?
No, I don't think you should. I think we should not. I think we should end it now. With me telling you that it's adjourned to October 12th. We'll talk in October. And it'll be a week after my birthday. Maybe I won't show up that day because it's a week after my birthday and I don't want to show up that day.
The parties did return a few weeks later, but the case is still pending.